Well, you see, we're entranced by size, a number. So we think we should focus on society. If we put that right, the right political and social and economic system, then we'll all be happy and things could be wonderful. But of course it won't be, because you will still be talking about the universe of uncertainties, of time, change, the growing awareness and experience of good and bad. And the choice to make accordingly. Why? Because it's not the society that is a person. It's you and me and all of us, each of us. It's the basic unit that counts. The basic complete wholeness in itself. Many trillions in the reality we experience here. It's the individual that needs to be put right. I don't just mean the fault is ours or yours or mine, it's all of us. But individually, that's what needs to be attended to. I don't mean out of some terrible feeling of guilt or fear or hardship. I mean that there is an optimality which is something to do with love and devotion and what we have been mistakenly calling selflessness, but is in fact for each of us an individual conception of the value of all to us, others, all others, that we extend in ourselves the concept of self to include those that we meet and consider and are part of. In a sense, you could say we need to recognize this inter-effect of each other, interdependence of each other, one on another, and the loveliness of this cooperation of these extraordinary persons that we call each other, ourselves, unique and of incredible, infinite potential. As children of God, so to speak, so to conceive of. And it's your conception, in accordance with your values, that this has to come to a completeness, a consummation. I don't just mean a blending, I mean a wonderful harmony, a fellowship with all others, all other life. What we conceive of or label as the vast family host of heaven. a state of everlasting and beautiful being, life eternal, life abundant. I'm come that you might have life, and have it more abundantly, and more abundantly, and more, changed from glory into glory, into glory. So we come into this universe and objectivize our infancy into it being a problem, a macro problem, a problem of society. What's the best political structure? Is it democracy or what? What's the best religion? Is it this, one extreme was, say, Christianity of some sort, or at another extreme, Buddhism, or even scientism, where we value a sort of technical understanding of matter, and try to explain all things in terms of this transitory substance. We've put the problem out there so we can look at it and free ourselves from the burden of the problem of individuality and not fitting with the individuality of others. Well, whatever lessons we might learn in this objective study in the universe of uncertainty and change, good and bad, and time unlimited. Whatever we may learn, learning means holding the understanding of within ourselves and the transformation that means as regards who we are. So we learn from our experience in the world, our observation, analysis, thought, experience. We find it changes us. In other words, we're constantly homing in on what is more acceptable to us, more joyful, more peaceful, more hopeful, more assuring, more holding, more lasting, more eternal, better, good, more blessed, wonderful, life more abundantly. Love you, Dad. And religion is meant to be a help, but then everything's meant to be a help. Every experience we have, every relationship that's good and every relationship that's bad, that we become clearer and clearer and clearer as to what we value and what we don't want from this experience of being here, what we call consciousness, but which is really a development towards consciousness. in some sense then God's consciousness of all. Indeed, it may well be that our existence is entirely of his consciousness. And we are learning to be likewise and to relate to him accordingly. And that is what the graduation is about, the final achievement of such spiritual fulfillment, maturity, harmony with heaven, spiritual adult life in the kingdom of heaven. If you like, in medieval Christian terms, one of the saints in glory. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.